I'm going to be doing a Easter wreath tutorial. And the theme of this wreath is going to be bunny butts. So most of the stuff that I have here is from the Dollar Tree. I have purchased the deco mesh I got from Hobby Lobby and Walmart. So I'll go ahead and show you some of the things that I'm going to be using to make this. I'm not 100% sure of everything that I'm going to be using, but I will leave in the description box, I will leave a materials list of what I used. So I'm going to go ahead and get started to show you. So first of all, you're going to need a 14-inch wreath form from the Dollar Tree. Next, you're going to need some of these pipe cleaners, which I purchased these from Hobby Lobby only because the Dollar Tree did not have any of the pastel colors. So I did get these from Hobby Lobby. Also from Hobby Lobby, I purchased the bunny ears and the bunny feet, and this is for a wreath. And I got these for 40% off. So it comes with the ears, and the feet are wired so that you can easily put them into your wreath. You'll also need some deco mesh, and this I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was 50% off. And I'm not real sure. I'd say 2 rolls would be enough to do this wreath. But like I said, I will be putting in the description box how much of everything that I used. Also, I got this deco mesh, which I purchased from Walmart, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it or not. I'm just going to have to wing it and see how I like it, but I did get this from Walmart, and all of this deco mesh is 10 inches wide, and then it's all 10 yards. So you'll need that. And then I've got some ribbon here, and I'm not real sure how much of this ribbon I'm going to be using, but I did purchase all of the ribbon from the Dollar Tree with the exception of this yellow polka dot one where I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was also 50% off. So I'm going to be using a lot of ribbon. I'm going to be using the ribbon to make bows, or a big bow for the wreath, and then also just to add some little accents into the wreath. I'll be using some ribbon for that. The next thing I have here is, this is the little bunny tail that I purchased from the Dollar Tree, and I got this last year. I didn't see any this year in the Dollar Trees, but they may have had them. I just was too late when they come in to get them, but I did purchase this last year, and I just had it saved back. So this is the bunny tail. Also from the Dollar Tree are these twine carrots. There's 4 in a pack. I grabbed 2 of them. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all of them, but I did get them for the wreath. Also for my wreath, I'm going to be using some of this glitter vase filler, which I also purchased from the Dollar Tree. Also what I purchased from the Dollar Tree to make the bunny booty, the bunny butt part, because I couldn't find the bunny butt. I don't know why the little kit here, the little wreath with the ears and the feet didn't come with one, but it didn't. So I thought I'd just make my own. So I decided to go to the Dollar Tree, and I picked up one of these microfiber cloths that are found in the automotive section. And I'm just going to make my own bunny butt. Now I got 2 of them just in case I mess up. Better to be safe than sorry. But to make the butt, it's very simple. I'll try and show you in this video how I do it. Basically, you're just cutting a large circle and taking some needle and thread and kind of just cinching around the circle and then stuffing it full of stuffing. But I'll try and show you some of that as we go along here. Also, what I may use, and I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be using it, but it's this sign that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And if I do use it, the only thing I'm going to be using is the carrots that say Happy Easter. So we will see how that goes. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Obviously, you'll need scissors and hot glue sticks and hot glue gun. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you guys how I wired my wreath form. And just make sure that you check the description box, and it will tell you the materials list with everything that I've used and how much of everything that I used. So let's move on, and I will show you how to wire your wreath form from Dollar Tree. Okay, to wire your wreath form from Dollar Tree, what you're going to want to do is these forms are sectioned off, and I believe there's 6 sections. And what I mean by section is where you have these metal cross members right here, and this would be considered one section. And there's 6 of them all the way around, and there are 4 wires in between each of these sections. So what I do is I'll take 2 pipe cleaners and I'll wire the outer 2 rings together. And I'll have 2 on the outside. So you'll have 2 pipe cleaners on the outside with these 2 outer rings wired together. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's how I do it. And then on the inside, the inner 2 rings, I wire with 1 pipe cleaner. So you'll just wire 1 pipe cleaner, the 2 inner rings with 1. And you're kind of wanting to center the 2 inner ones, the pipe cleaner, center it, and then the 2 outer ones, I just leave them probably about, I don't know, 1.5 inches from this little weld seam right here, just to kind of make it so it doesn't bunch up your deco mesh. Your deco mesh you don't want to get it too crowded. So anyway, that's how I do it, and you'll end up with 6 pipe cleaners on the inside. So the inner rings, you're just wiring the 2 the 2 inner wires together. So it'll equal out to 6 pipe cleaners on the inside, and then on the outside you'll have 12. Okay, now I have cut 18 pieces of the burlap, and they're each 20 inches long. So you'll need 18 of them cut to 20 inches long. And the method that I'm going to be using is the ruffle method. And if you've watched any of my other videos, then you know what I mean by the ruffle method. So all you're going to do is take your 2 thumbs and stick it in the middle of, I hope you guys can see this, stick it in the middle of your burlap or of your deco mesh, and you're just going to walk your fingers and pull the deco mesh toward you at the same time. So you'll get sort of like a bow. And then you're just going to take it and you're going to find, it doesn't really matter where you start. You can start on the inner rings, the pipe cleaners that are on the inside or on the outside. I'm going to start on the inside. So you just open up your pipe cleaner. Open up your pipe cleaner, and you're going to want to lay your bow, your deco mesh, it's just inside the pipe cleaner, and just give it just a couple of twists to secure it. So you'll have your edges, one side is going on the inside of the wreath and the other is going to the outside of the wreath. So you're kind of laying them in there, I would say vertically, not horizontally. You don't want them to go around to follow this around. You want them to be opposite if that makes any sense. So you're going to go through and you're going to put these little ruffles in every single pipe cleaner. I'll do that one more time to show you guys how I do it. And then, and see how this curls up? So you're going to want to uncurl it and then flip it over so that it doesn't curl up on you. And I just lay scissors or whatever on it to weight it down. And then your thumb's in the middle, and then you're just walking and scrunching at the same time. And then I'm gonna put this in the next pipe cleaner over, the one on the inside. We'll do the outside ones last. I'm just opening it up and laying it in there vertically. Just like that. Okay, now that I've got all the deco mesh on, I think it looks really pretty. It's really full. It's a little more full than what I thought it was going to be because this deco mesh that I got from Hobby Lobby has got burlap, so it's really thick. So I'm not going to have to use the other deco mesh that I got from Walmart. So that's good because it saves you a little bit of money whenever you're going to make this. So I went ahead and just finished this, and then I made a bow. So I'm going to go ahead and put my bow on, and there's plenty of bow tutorials on YouTube for you to look up if you need to know how to make a bow. So anyway, I am going to find a place to put this because I am going to be having the bunny ears and the feet and also the bunny butt on here. So I want to make sure that I put my bow where it really won't be in the way of either of those things. So I think I'm probably going to put my bow more sort of catty corner over here on the side. And so yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and attach this. So all you're doing is taking the feet of your pipe cleaner, the little legs from the bow, and I'm just running it down into the deco mesh. And I'm going to stand up here so that I can get a good grip on this. Run it in through. And go through the deco mesh. This deco mesh is holy, so. Okay. Pull that through and turn it over. And I'm just going to attach it to where these two inner rings are. And you want to pull tight, but not too tight. And then just give it 3 or 4 little twists, and then I'm going to flip it back over, and then I'm going to fluff my bow out. And fluffing it is pretty easy. You're just going in opposite directions of the tails to the loops. Okay, so I just took one of the microfiber cloths that I got from Dollar Tree, that's in the automotive section, and a needle and thread. So, and you don't have to sew this if you don't want to. You can always use hot glue, but I'm going to sew it. And then I also got this pillow that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. It's the pom-pom pillow. I'm just going to use the stuffing inside of this to stuff my little bunny booty with. So I've got the towel all laid out, and what I'm going to do is fold it in half. Just fold it in half, and then I'm just going to kind of cut you don't want to cut on the fold here because you want to make this just one piece. I'm trying to figure out how big of a booty I want. But anyway, This is the first time I've done this, so we're just going to see how it works. I'm just going to start on the corner here, and I'm just going to cut a circle, or a half of a circle, like a C shape. And my scissors aren't the greatest, but I don't know if these other scissors would do any good. These are the other ones that I bought from the Dollar Tree, the garden shears, but I don't know. Oh, they seem to work a little better. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this in sort of a C shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this may be too big. So if I find that it's too big, I'll just keep trimming it down. So I'm going to throw the scraps over there. I believe, yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be too big. I don't know. Because essentially what we're doing is just kind of gathering it up around the edges here like this. You'll be gathering it. And then once you get to this certain stopping point, it'll be bunched up. So then you can stuff it and then sew it up. And then you'll have your little bunny booty. So I think that's probably going to work. So we're going to see here though, even though this doesn't look like a circle, it looks more like an oblong shape. But bear with me because I've never done this before. So all I'm going to do is, I don't know, I'm not that great of a sewer. My mom is an excellent sewer. She's a great seamstress. But I just never really liked it that much. So, but anyway, I'm going to try this. All I'm going to do is put my needle in, and I'm basically just weaving it in and out, kind of bunching the fabric up. Just kind of weaving it in and out. I don't know if that makes any sense. So sticking the needle here, let me pull it through here. So I'm sticking the needle in and then coming out and then back in, just sort of weaving it in and out. I'm just going to do this all the way around until I get my circle pretty much formed to the way I want it. So okay, now that I've gotten that kind of sewn all the way around, I left an opening so that I can stuff it with the stuffing. So I'll go ahead and show you what I mean by that. So I'm just taking this old pillow here. Well, it's not old. I got it from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to cut it open a little bit so I can get into, get the stuffing out of it. And then I'm just going to start pulling out some of the stuffing here. And I'm just going to put it in this. I'm just going to stuff the little bunny booty with it. And then once I get it all stuffed the way I want it, I'm going to sew up the hole. And then I will be, I'll probably hot glue it to my wreath. So I'm going to go ahead and continue stuffing this. And then when I get to the point where I'm going to attach it on the wreath, I will show you how I do that. Okay, so I've got the bunny butt done. So this is what it looks like. And I went around and I sewed it, and then I just went around with some hot glue to just reinforce it so it doesn't come apart. But you won't see this right here. And I'm thinking about hot gluing a couple of pipe cleaners on here just to help me attach it to the wreath instead of gluing it directly to the wreath. So that's probably what I'm going to do. But first of all, what I wanted to do was place my ears and my feet. And I went ahead and took them out of the package, and they are wired. And it's got quite a bit of wire here, but I don't think I'm going to need all of that wire. So I'll end up cutting off what I don't need. And I'm going to end up cutting off this tag that's on the little bunny paws. So we don't want that showing. So I'm going to find a place where I'm wanting to put my bunny ears and my bunny feet. I'm going to start with the bunny ears, and these have the pink on this side, and then it's just plain on this side. And I'm wanting it to look like my bunny is stuck in my wreath. And a good thing about these is that they are wired. So to make it look like he's stuck, I'm just going to bend the ears over so that you see the back of his ears, because I want some of that pink to show. So I'm just going to kind of bend them over halfway, and then I'm going to see where I want them on my wreath. And I think I kind of want them right here. So with the wire, I'm going to just feed this wire down through. I'll feed it down through the deco mesh. Maybe if I can have that shaky hand. Okay. Just feeding it through. Feed this one through. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Let me see where this other wire went. I'm not sure if I'm getting this in frame or not. Okay. Okay, there's that one. And this one, just kind of feed it through there. Okay. So let me pull it on through. Turn it back over here. I think maybe that might be good. Now is my bunny's booty. And I want it to kind of look like this. And once I get this down, I am going to be attaching the little bunny tail to it with hot glue. So I think what I'm going to do is just attach it with a couple of pipe cleaners. And just a couple of pink ones. I'm just going to fold them in half to kind of make a V shape out of them. And then I'm going to turn this over. I think I'm just going to hot glue them like this so that I can feed the wires down through and attach it to my wreath. So let me grab my hot glue gun. I'd really like to have a new hot glue gun. This one is so old. I've had it for so many years. I put quite a bit of glue there because I don't want this coming off. You hear that? That's my dog. She's nesting. Anybody else's dogs do that where they just dig and dig? I think they're digging to China or something. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue the other one on there and let it set up. And then I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to feed the pipe cleaners down through the deco mesh and attach it to my wreath form. And then I am going to hot glue the little bunny tail on, and I'll get that all done and I'll come back and I'll show you what we're going to do next. Now that I have my bow on and I've got the ears attached, I've got the feet attached, and I made the bunny butt, I've got it attached, and I've also hot glued the bunny tail on. This is what it looks like. I think it's so cute already. And something that I meant to tell you guys and forgot to was the inner bundles of mesh on the inside of the wreath. You can go ahead and snip off the pipe cleaner because you're not going to be using those. So that's what I did. I went ahead and went in and I snipped off the 6 pipe cleaners that were on the inside of the wreath. And so now what I'm going to do, I did leave the ones on the outside, the 12 that are on the outside, you leave those on because, and this is if you want to, you don't have to, but I'm going to be putting the glitter vase filler on. So I will be putting these little styrofoam balls on the end of the pipe cleaners. And what I'm probably going to end up doing is only cutting cutting the pipe cleaners on the outside off, but leaving just the one, leaving one. And when I get to that, I will show you what I mean by that. But at this point, what I planned on doing was putting some ribbon on the 12 outside pipe cleaners. So I have 4 different kinds of ribbon here that I'm going to be using, and they're the same ribbon that I used in my bow. And they are all of these 3 are the 2.5 inch ribbon from the Dollar Tree, the wired ribbon. And then this one is the inch, I believe it's 1.5 inches. Let me look here. Yeah, it's 1.5 inch ribbon that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. Now, what I'm going to do is I cut the 1.5 inch ribbon to 12 inches long, and then I dovetailed the end of it. And then on the other 3, the 2.5 inch wide ribbon that's from the Dollar Tree, I cut them to 13 inches long and dovetailed the end. And what I did was, since there are 12 pipe cleaners on the outside of the wreath, I just decided that I was going to put one of each ribbon in alternating. And so I cut 4 ribbon for the bunny butt wreath, or the bunny butt ribbon. I cut 4 strips of that into 13 inches. And then I also cut 4 strips of the ribbon that has the Happy Easter and little bunnies on it. That was from the Dollar Tree. It's like a burlap ribbon. And then I also cut 4 of just the plain blue burlap ribbon, and these were all cut to 13 inches. And what I planned on doing was just alternating the ribbon into that. And then with these, the yellow ribbon, I cut to 12 inches and dovetailed it because I'm going to be folding these in half and just kind of making a half bow or an awareness ribbon, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. So what I'm going to do is start off by just taking the 2.5 inch ribbon, and it doesn't matter which one you want to start with, but I'm just going to fold it in half, and this just kind of gives me where my center is. And then I'm going to pinch it in the center, just kind of bunch it up, and then go to one of the outside pipe cleaners here, and I'm just going to lay this down in there and secure it. And I'm just securing it by giving it about 3 twists of the pipe cleaner. And then what I'm going to do is, and I'm hoping that you guys can see this. Let me see here. I'm going to make my ribbons kind of come down and go out this way. And I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but I'm just making them go where they stick out at the bottom. I'll just do another one. So since I did the blue there, I'm going to go ahead and do this little bunny butt ribbon. I'm just folding it in half so I can find my center, and then you're just pinching it through the center, and then I'm going to find the next pipe cleaner, which is right down here somewhere. This mesh is really thick. Okay, add it to there. And then just kind of fold it down. Where it goes out this way. And then I'll do one more and show you what that looks like. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but let me see if I can get it turned around at a different angle for you. See where I've made the ribbons point down this way. I'm just doing a different ribbon for every, I'm just alternating them, going all the way around. So I'm going to do that all the way around the outside, all 12. And then I'm also going to come back into all 12 of them. I'm going to take the yellow ribbon, and I'm just going to fold it in half. And then what you're doing is essentially making like an awareness ribbon. I'm going to leave probably about 2 inches of a loop up here. I'm just pinching it in the middle there, so it makes sort of like an awareness ribbon. And then I'm going to add that to each one of the pipe cleaners on top of the other ribbons that we had put down. So let me show you what that is. I'll show you what I mean by that. So this is what I mean by that, where I've just put the little half ribbon, I call it a half bow, right there. So I'm going to do this all the way around the wreath and all 12 of the pipe cleaners, and then I will come back and show you what I'm going to do next. Okay, now that I have all the ribbons on there, this is what it should look like. I'm hoping that you guys can see this. I have a really bad filming area. Not much room. It's at my kitchen table. So, but anyway, this is what it should look like once you get all the ribbon on there. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is what I said before is I'm going to go through, and all of the pipe cleaners that on the outside of the wreath, I'm going to be cutting off one of the legs, just one, because I'm going to be coming in and hot gluing some of this vase filler, these little glitter styrofoam balls, onto each one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I mean by that. And I'm hoping that you can see. Let me see if I can get an area where you can see a little better. We'll do this one up here. Maybe you can see it good. So I'm just going to grab probably the longest little leg there. I'm going to leave it. I'm just going to cut off one of these little shorter pieces. So I'm just cutting off one of those. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that on every one of these. I'm just going to leave one of the little legs on there. So I've done 3 already. So I'm going to do that all the way around. And then I'm going to take these glitter vase filler from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to alternate the colors in here. It's got blues and yellows and pinks and sort of a purple color. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use the larger size balls. So basically all I'm doing is going in and I'm just sticking the pipe cleaner through the little styrofoam ball, and it goes in really easily. Just like that. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to go around, and I will be hot gluing these on. My hot glue gun is heating up right now. It's not ready. But I will go back through and hot glue all these little balls on there. And let me see if I can find, here's another one. Let's see, we'll do a little yellow one. So I'm going to be doing this all the way around to the outside, the 12 on the outside, just alternating the little balls and hot gluing them down. Now that I've gotten all of the little styrofoam balls where I want them and they're glued down, I've placed these little carrots here just to see if I liked them on here. And I don't think I really like the carrots on there, so I think I may just leave them off. If later I decide to put them on, then I will, but pretty much this wreath is done. I think it turned out super cute, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. I just love this little bunny butt. It's so cute. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys try to make this wreath. I think it was a lot of fun. Or maybe do your own take on how you want to do a bunny butt wreath. But anyway, I think this is really cute. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video, and I will have photos posted of what it looks like hanging up on my door. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up if you like making wreaths. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And don't forget to click the little bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video. And I just want to thank you all for watching. Bye.